Tip-top tip. Don't water your plants with ice. Do this instead. Fill a water bottle with water. Poke holes in the cap. And partially bury the water bottle in the soil.
Some people say it's just a negative word. There's no need to abuse it. Just know when to use it.
How does that even make it? You just stabbed me? What is your problem?
Can someone tell me what is wrong with my plant?
Oh, that's a majesty palm. That just happens to them. Let me let you in on a little secret. Majesty palms are not meant to be long-term houseplants. They're a trick. They're a scam. They are meant to be sold for short events like photo shoots or even as summer annuals.
Everybody stop what you're doing and tell him good job. Right now. Stop what you're doing. Tell him good job for this leaf.
My fellow plant parents, when you get a new plant baby, especially if it's imported, do not repot your plant for at least a week. At least. Your plant is already traumatized. It's not used to your environment. And here you go repotting it, traumatizing it even more, declining the plant's health drastically. Your plant needs to acclimate to your environment first for at least a week or two. And the only exception to this rule is if your plant has came with pests and you plan on keeping it. Otherwise, leave it alone. Do not touch it. Set it there, admire it for a week or two, and then mess with it.
But it's just kind of laying down, and it looks kind of sad.
I don't think it's getting enough light. When succulents don't get enough light, they tend to stretch a lot like this. If you really want your plant to thrive, move it to a south-facing window or under a strong grow light and keep on growing.
Stitch incoming.
That looks like an Australian tree fern, and I don't think it's getting enough humidity. Simply get a humidifier and keep on growing.
This was me a year ago, highly motivated, chasing my dreams, pursuing my passions, and now, a year later, this is me still on that grind, boy. You thought this was, you thought...
Beginner plant traps to look out for, part 1. You need to put your carnivorous plant in a terrarium. While this might be true for some carnivorous plants, most carnivorous plants you find in garden centers will not like the high humidity. The constantly humid conditions can cause rot and even fungal and mold issues. So, if you want your carnivorous plants to succeed, either grow them as regular houseplants like your other houseplants or even outside if you have the right climate.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish.
So I want to show you something that my Hoya cordata is doing. And you can see it reached the top of the pole and then it started to attach itself to the philodendron bamboo pole. And it's putting out so many cute new leaves. And it's really like wrapping around like everywhere. Like, let me show you from this side. But look, it's like so attached to it. And there are going to be so many new leaves on the cordata.
크림 소다にホタテを入れたらやばいやばいやばい OK マラカス片手にお掃除してたらやばいやばいやばいこれやったらかっこいいこれ来年
I work with houseplants for a living. And I know why your houseplant is probably dying. So you've been told you need drainage, correct? But there's something else that might be going wrong. You have a pot with great drainage and then you stick it in another pot so that it doesn't leak all over your floor. Surprise, you have root rot now. Exhibit A. How do you fix it? The day after you water your plants, do a quick check. If there's extra water in the pot, dump it out. A few hours in sitting water is okay. A couple days, you might have a serious problem.
This is either going to be incredible or it's going to be awful. But either way, it will be.
Have you ever heard a crackhead say that they don't have enough money for crack? No. They still go out and get it. Do the same with your dreams.
Why are there holes in it? Is it sick? Is there something been eating it? And we don't really actually know, but there are three main ideas. The perforations that we see in many Monstera species are actually called fenestrations, and they refer to the holes or windows found in the leaf. Most species leaves will do this at maturity, which leads us to wonder, why is there a different juvenile and mature form? Early botanists hypothesized that fenestrated leaves would allow water to move through the leaves and canopy and down towards the roots, instead of moving the water away from the plant. Other botanists hypothesized that fenestrated leaves help to camouflage the plant from grazing herbivores. The most widely accepted theory is that fenestrations evolved to help the plant increase surface area of the leaf blade without increasing cell production.
This video is not supported by USBC.
Cucumbers grow squiggly bits to hold onto things. Holding. And to commit murder. By Friend Rip.
Thinking about having a bad day here today? On this good day? Well, you better not, because I'm here to be your morning motorboat.
Let's get this baby a new pot. She's currently putting out a new leaf, but is root-bound and outgrowing her nursery pot. New pot and moss pole. Soil mix from previous video. Look at those roots. Clips to attach to the moss pole. All done.
Okay, I bought this plant on a whim. It was so cute. I noticed was, one, it didn't have a drainage hole, so I'm gonna fix that. And then two, there's like a moss situation happening. I've already noticed some browning of leaves. Well, that's... Many times they just do this to make it look pretty, but you have to get in the plant to really see what's going on. So this one does actually have a pot within a pot, but if I would have watered it, it would have drowned or gotten pest or something. The best thing that I'm going to do, because it's already soaked in here, is repot it. I don't recommend this when you first get a plant, but in this case, it needs it. I did find a pot that is just a little bit bigger. I think she looks so much better, and now she could breathe and not be so gross in that pot.
Want this? Do this.